them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll toss it to the left. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
You see this a lot from offensive coordinators. Where are you weak? Where are you vulnerable? Where can I get an edge? And you see him trying to get the ball in the perimeter early in the first quarter. Can I get outside the tackle boxes and have success?
And not only that, stretch them side to side, and it can pay off with your inside runs.
No doubt. Get them running sideline to side. Also get them a little tired.
Off play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Knight. Bring in the heat. And the third down pass is incomplete.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the fourth down.
And now the hit knocks it loose. And the defense jumps on it and they get that turnover.
Special teams is such a momentum builder. A lot of times you see it change games, and it's so nice when you're a defense and you're about to go on the field. All of a sudden you get a fumble, and now you don't have to go on the field. Man, a great feeling. Hey, offense, you got this. Go take care of it.
Wants to go up top on first down. Extending the play. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He'll try to take it back. The 40, the 20, and he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Clemson. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here comes the Auburn offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Give to the running back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Makes the grab on the left side. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. looking for a physical attack from the gun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Knight. Throws to the tight end. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Needing a conversion, Auburn comes to the line on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Ball near the sticks. It's Davidson.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. 4th down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does, winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, running back gets to give. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ready to fire from the pistol. The give to the single back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice.
Gets away from one, finds some space. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there. He
might want another play. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Just going to keep it after the snap. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
He's brought down at the 18-yard line. Offense facing 4th down.
Perhaps drawing confidence by converting an earlier 4th down. They'll try to do it for a 2nd time in the opening quarter. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Lets it fly. That pass falls incomplete, and it wraps up an entertaining first. Both offenses doing damage. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. So 1st down here as they go back to work. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Quickly to the tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They send the tight end in motion. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete. And I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Now on the return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Catch in the middle. It's Davidson. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level, getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
And the Tigers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Back to throw, it's Knight. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
The Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Surging forward on the sneak. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Handoff to the lone back. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
The Tigers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Behind his big tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Wants to go up top. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Auburn.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Leaves it with the running back. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That's
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. From the gun, the running back looking for room. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Quarterback may change this route. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wide receiver going in motion. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Looking to scramble. He'll try to do it himself. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught close to the marker, it's Stokes. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. There he goes. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards and then stop that clock.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On third down, he drops to throw. Steps away to find some room. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy.
Makes a grab past the marker. There he goes. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now, first and goal.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you.
Touchdown, Clemson. Fitted in the window for the score.
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Rides to the back. They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get the 3rd down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the 1st down on 2nd down. We don't need 3rd downs.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Stokes. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check.
Breaks into the open. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Quickly complete. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. They take the lead with the 6.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Makes the catch. It's Hess. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
First and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To throw, it's Knight. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They go to the ground. Turning it on.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Looking downfield on first down. He's going for it all. Makes a catch at the 15. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Well, that's a second catch on the drive, and that's obviously a massive play for this offense. And he's starting to prove to his quarterback here that he's winning his one-on-ones, and he deserves...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
He's got it on the run. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, a short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Runs for the tackle. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. And the problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him. And in turn, you see he breaks tackles and make big plays.
They're going to ride this running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. It's a running room. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Dropping back, it's Knight. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets rid of it. Makes the grab, it's Davidson. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers, it freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run, and then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So 1st down will open up the final period. On the run, it's Henderson. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
To the air on 2nd down. Looking to buy time. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
That getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw it last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on 2nd down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult 3rd down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Takes a hit as he fires. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Keeps looking downfield. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over, and they almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Hunt is on its way. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. So here comes the Auburn offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Sends it back in motion. Scanning the field, it's Horn. Throws to the wideout. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be 3rd down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Trying play action. Got it in the middle. It's Davidson. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Out of the gun to give to the back. Got the 1st down and more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
From the red zone, looking for a man. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Fires into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Clemson. The defense putting points on the board. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do. Because of that singular instance, I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Knight. Here's the pressure. Going to try to get it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. They'll try to run for it. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And I know everybody's looking at that clock as it ticks, and we're down a couple of possessions, but nice job getting the first down. But this offense has to stay in hyperspeed, right? Down 2 possessions, got to throw the football, use the sidelines, use the middle of the field, especially as you get close to that 2-minute mark.
Makes the grab on the right. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Looking to throw on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like...
There he goes! Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first downs. You have to be able to run.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Takes it on the return. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Back to throw, it's Knight. Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand.